Here's your daily reminder that the Democrat Party and woke corporations think black people and brown people are too stupid or too helpless to have a photo ID to vote. Hello once again, all my fellow patriots and you filthy leftist stalkers out there. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Angela Box. You're watching Angela's Soapbox, where I always say what you are thinking. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button, liking or rumbling this video, commenting on this video, and of course sharing this video, especially with your filthy leftist friends, because they truly hate my guts. And for me, that's a badge of honor. Okay, y'all, I just have to say, a little personal thing. In 6 weeks, I's a getting married. I can't, listen, as my fiance says to me, I can't believe you haven't been eaten yet. Okay, like, I'm a special breed. As my sister says, she's a special case. But in 6 weeks, I'm getting married. And today we're going for the cake tasting. It's like, what? Anyway, I just thought I'd share that fun little bit of personal stuff with you because it's fun. And things are just looking sunshiny all over, aren't they, ladies and gentlemen? Let's give the sea turtle killing plastic straw. This is a big I told you so. You know, it's so fun to be right, isn't it? And we're going to spend the next 4 years being so right about so many things. And look, even in the conservative movement, us conspiracy theorist types, I made a video yesterday about a certain intelligence board that those of us have been following. And we're like, turns out it was right. I mean, it's going to be eye-opening for a lot of Republicans, too, what the deep state's been up to. And that's what's going to be fascinating, to see how many eyes are open, how quickly they open. But here's something we told you from day one, that the FBI is corrupt. And the FBI spied on Trump's campaign, and they set him up, and they did a coup, and they worked with the CIA, and they worked with Obama and Clinton and all the rest, right? And they're like, you're crazy. They wouldn't do that. It's like, okay, well, here's some receipts. Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, we come to find out, let's give it to the FBI again, because they're up to their old tricks. This, I think, this right here, ladies and gentlemen, story I'm getting ready to tell you, is going to open so many eyes. Now, this has to do with illegal immigration. There are two things that we have been right about. I will get them. It has to do with FEMA, has to do with the FBI. Now, Tom Homan went on Sean Hannity a couple nights ago, and people were like, how the hell are all these, first of all, George Soros' little radio stations that he's purchased, the Audacity network that he purchased 200 radio stations, that deal needs to be null and void, because this guy is committing treason. He basically gave info to his radio stations to let the illegal aliens know that ICE was coming. It's like, that vacates your FCC broadcast license right there. You're breaking the law. Like, we're all done here. So I mean, look for that deal to be vacated soon. But even if it's not, we come to find out that these left-wing organizations were tipping off the illegal aliens, saying, hey, ICE is on their way, you better get out of here. And people were like, where the hell is this coming from? And so Tom Homan and Pam Bondi are like, oh, we're going to find the leak. We're finding it. And sure enough, sure as shit, last night on Hannity, Tom Homan's like, yeah, it's the FBI. The FBI's doing it. And oh, by the way, we will find who is doing it. And you're not only going to lose your job and your pension, but you're going to jail. Okay? You're going to prison. I think that these people, they need to start putting them in the same prisons that Trenda Agua is in and MS-13 is in. Don't put them in these minimum security prisons. Oh, no. You want to F around? You're about to find out, okay? Put them with the worst of the worst. The worst of the worst, that these criminals had no problem setting loose into America to torment and torture the rest of us. Put them in the same jail cells as these people. And I guarantee that is what is going to happen, because it's not only breaking the law, it is treasonous. And so I suspect that these people are going to be brought up on charges of not only tipping off left-wing organizations, left-wing news organizations, whomever, as to when ICE is coming. They're not only going to be charged with whatever they're going to charge them with that, but it's also going to be treason tacked on top of it. And yeah, it's the FBI. And people are like, what? How is the FBI? Why, the premier law enforcement agency in the world world? How are they doing such a thing? It's like, hello, is this thing on? We've been telling you this for like 8 years, that they're completely corrupt. And this is what Trump calls the deep state. Duh. Okay, so that's one little thing. Then, remember a couple months ago, I went on Isaiah's show to talk about this. And, his producer, God love her, the producers know what they know. They don't know what they know. All right. I've said this for a very long time when I go on that show. I'm like, listen, everything I'm saying is true. Everything I'm saying, I don't just pull things out of my butt. Okay. Everything I'm saying, just because you don't know about it, just because you haven't heard about it, it's because the media is lying by omission. The media is not telling you things. And even when you go Google things are hard to find. They hide things, all right? We know what they do. We know the game. But people on the left, or people who are just kind of like, don't really know, they don't know that. They don't get it yet. And so a couple of months ago, I went on Isaiah's show and I was like, listen, FEMA is using, the reason there's no presence in North Carolina and Florida, not only we found out that they were purposefully avoiding homes with Trump support signs on them, and that's been proven, but, Alexander Mayorkas is like, hey, we're out of money. Sorry, whoopsie. People are like, how did that happen? And people are like, because they gave all the money to illegal aliens, okay? He literally said, we gave the money to illegal aliens. It came out of his mouth. In fact, I'm going to pause the video right here, show you that little clip. I can't take credit for putting that clip together, but I'm going to show it to you so you know what I'm talking about. He literally admitted it. And the media is like, you're a right-wing conspiracy theorist for saying such things.
Playing a pivotal role in our shelter and services program that is poised to distribute $363 million to cities and communities in need of funding. We do not have the funds. FEMA does not have the funds to make it through the season.
Okay, so he literally admitted that FEMA was out of money. And they didn't say why they're out of money, but 1 + 1 is 2. It's because they were giving all the money to illegals. And of course they denied it. And I go on Isaiah's show, and the producer fact checks me in real time and says, well, that's not true. Well, guess what it is? It absolutely is. And looky what we have here. Elon Musk, Doge, God bless Doge. The gift that is keeping on giving. By the way, side note, isn't it hilarious that the people who have no problem with 7-year-olds claiming to be cats or wanting to chop off their genitals because they're transgender all of a sudden, they don't have any problem with children making decisions if they are, wanting to change their sex. That's fine, of course. But they have a problem with Elon Musk's super geniuses being in there who are 19 years old, like rooting out all the corruption. Like, okay. Like, this is how you know their flex ain't flexing, all right? It is not working the way it used to work. All right, so anyway, Elon Musk Doge, the other day, he puts out, he was like, oh, guess what we found? FEMA this week. Remember how, FEMA, we're not giving any money to illegals, even though we said 5 seconds ago that we were. FEMA gave $59 million, $58 or $59 million of your money to house illegal aliens in luxury hotels in Manhattan last week. That's going to be stopped. And Elon's like, and we're getting that money back too. We're going to be recouping that money. So guys, this is a lot of finding out. You effed around for a very long time. And those of us on the right, and those of us who have common sense and a brain, and know where to look for information that's not just spoon-fed to us, we've been right about everything. And we will continue to be right about everything. And Elon said this very clearly, and a lot of other people are saying this too. This is not about left versus right. Now, of course, Democrats and people in the media screaming the loudest, obviously, oh, Elon's going to have control of all your personal information. It's like, shut the hell up. Where were you when there were data breaches all over the place, China infiltrating our treasury system, getting people's information? And did I see one single Democrat come out and have a meltdown about this? Of course not. Do I see any Democrats having meltdowns about the UK government now wanting a bypass with Apple to be able to reach in and basically see encrypted data of their citizens Do I hear any leftists screaming about that? Of course not. This is stupid. This is stupid. Nobody cares about what Maude is doing in Sioux City, Iowa, okay? Or Sioux City Falls, Iowa, or whatever that town is called, with her Social Security check. As long as she's alive, and as long as she's not a dead person and her money's not being routed to a Democrat somehow, like, Elon Musk is not going to do anything with that personal information. It's stupid. What they're afraid of is what they're uncovering. And what they're uncovering is massive fraud, waste, and abuse. And it's going to lead back to all of them. Because when the money laundering dots start being connected, and when the layers of money laundering they have set into place that they thought would never be unraveled, these little geniuses are in there going, let me just tear this thing apart. That's what they're freaked out about. Because we're getting ready to find out how members of Congress who came in worth $250,000 leave Congress worth tens of millions of dollars. We're getting ready to find out how that happened. It's magic, guys. No, it's not magic. It's fraud. And you've been paying for it. All right, that's our only this video. Let me know what you think down below, and I will see you in the next one. I will be done. Bye.